Hey everybody, welcome back to the video. Part 2 in the house. Part 2 in the house. Okay, so you can tell I'm still tired because I just finished recording the first part, but we're gonna get it together. So in this part, we have some notes that piggyback from the first video. Please feel free to go watch the video because it's pretty important. So this one I have 10 notes. That's it. This is a short one. Okay, it's gonna be a really short one. So this one only has 10 notes. I could talk a little bit more in this one. Like I did talk for 20 minutes in the last one. But the first note is balance. You must have balance in your college life. In life, period. Everything is balance. You need to find your happy medium while in college. Finding a way to balance your personal life, your schooling, homework, work life, parent life, family life, it's a lot. Find your happy medium. You might feel overwhelmed or even guilty about not having enough time for your loved ones or your responsibilities. You have to find a balance. That's all you can do. And just try your best and still, which is really important, still make time for yourself. You need that time. Don't feel guilty for it. You need it. You can't help other people unless you help yourself. Kind of like the plane analogy where, you have to put your own oxygen mask on in order to help other people. You can't help if you're suffocating, Same thing here. You can't help if you're not in the right mind space. So take the time that you need for yourself and balance everything else out the best you can, okay? Second subject topic is stay humble. So this is a quote from Mia. Just because you're educated doesn't mean you're smart. Stay humble. And that's hilarious because it's true. I knew a girl I used to live with, and she would just think she was the smartest thing on earth. And it was because she retained a lot of information. It's the best way I could say. She retained a lot of information, and she was able to spit it out at appropriate times. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're smart. I don't want to say it as blunt as that, but it doesn't mean that you are well versed in that subject matter just because you sat in class and got a little bit of information from it, So humble yourself, and definitely don't come out of college, thinking I'm better than everybody because I got this degree. The degree means nothing, frankly. It just means that you now know how to think a little bit differently. And as weird as that sounds, that's what it is. You were just trained, your brain was trained to think a certain type of way. But that degree doesn't mean you're better than anybody. You're still as equal as everybody around you. So stay humble, boo-boo. Okay. Second one, just because you took class does not mean you mastered the subject, tying completely into what I just said. All right. Third main subject, it's okay to take a break. So you might be going. With me, I didn't take any breaks from school. I actually bumped from like 15 hours each semester, turn around, did 15 hours summer semester, and went back around and did it again. Like I didn't stop because I wanted to be done. I graduated in 5 years. I was like, I'm done. I need to get out of here. So it's okay to take a break. So if you need to take a break, check with your financial aid office to see if your aid allows you to take a semester or two off. Sometimes your scholarships and loans won't allow you to do that. It only pays out certain years or certain semesters. So double check and take a break if you need to. Don't burn yourself out for school, okay? It's about learning. All right. Fourth subject topic, more information regarding your major. So things we wish we would have learned or had available to us is advisors who knew a lot about the major they cover. So a lot of my friends and myself feel as though our advisors didn't have a lot of information about our majors. They were just like, oh, okay, you want English? Okay, here's the classes you need to take for English. And that was pretty much the gist of it. They weren't giving us the details that we could have used to make our experience better. More job information about my degree that ties in with your advisors knowing about your majors as well as you knowing about your major. Like, what kind of jobs can I get with this degree? How do I start preparing for this job? What kind of experience? Just things geared to that. Topic number 5. Organizations. Join clubs, organizations, especially if you're away from school. I already mentioned it in the first video, and I'm mentioning it again because it's such a huge deal. Please take advantage of your organizations or just volunteering, anything. Take advantage of it. Listen to me. Okay, number, what number am I on? Wait, 6. Don't be afraid to ask questions. It's okay. Oh, this is a quote from your girl, me. It's okay if you don't understand what is being taught. Seek guidance. Talk with your professors. They are human too. The worst they can say is no. So if you need help with something, hey, can I extend this? Hey, I'm going through this, that, and the third. Talk to your advisors. My semester where I was dealing with everything, I broke that wall down and I cried to my professors. And I will always remember the professors that helped me. They're human. Talk to them. Let them know, oh, professor, I don't understand this. Can you explain this to me? Or can you help me figure out what to do here? Talk to your professors. Number 7, not knowing what to major in. It's okay if you don't know what you want to be. Do not pick a major just to pick it, because this is what might happen. A little bit down the line, you might realize, I don't really like that. And then you have to now pick another major, and all that work you did, hopefully some of it transfers over, but sometimes it's for waste. So if you don't know what to do, I say maybe take a break before going into college, take a break if you're in college, and take some time to refocus. And be like, okay, this is what I might be interested in. If not, you can also graduate with a multidisciplinary degree, and there's nothing wrong with that as well. Number 8, graduating in 4 years is a myth. Okay, it's not, but I didn't know about it, and I wish I did. So graduating in 4 years, you have to understand, a lot of times the majors require like 160 hours. If you break it down by 12, it doesn't add up. You're gonna end up having to do more work in the summer or a longer year. I didn't even know I would need to go take summer courses first and foremost. But gone are the days when you can do 12 hours and graduate in 4 years. You ideally will need to do about 15 hours to graduate in that time frame. That might mean taking summer courses, exactly what I just said. So double check with your advisor, sit down, have a plan, and see how long it's going to take for you to graduate. That's the best I can say. I wish I would have learned that early. Could have shaved a year off, but whatever. Number, wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Course orientation. I am really jaded about course orientation. I did my first course orientation in my freshman year in Chicago. I was in Columbia College, Chicago. That was the school I went to. I loved it. Wish I would have stayed, and we'll talk about this as well. But I had to do course orientation. Normally with certain universities, it's required for you to take a course orientation. So what that means in that course is completely up to the university. When I took it in Chicago, I learned about the projects in Chicago. I learned about Chicago stuff. But it didn't teach me about taking notes. It didn't teach me about courses. It didn't teach me about getting ready for courses. And the course was designed to get you prepared for college. So I was a little confused with that. So in my experience, course orientation did not prepare me for college at all. So I don't know if you can bypass it. A lot of times it's absolutely required before you graduate. So best of luck. Try to see if you can talk to your professor about certain things that are interesting to you. Like, hey, can we learn about job readiness? You know, throw some things out. Maybe you might get a fish, whatever. All right, number 10, and the last and final one that has lots of notes. So we'll be discussing. So this is college basics. I basically wrote down things that I wish I knew. So sit down with your advisor and discuss what you might be interested in. Just do that. If you don't know what you want to major in, take full advantage of your upper and lower electives and select courses that might interest you. This is a good way to find out what you're interested in. You won't know what you're interested in unless you try. So take random things. And that does not mean to cop out and do an easy A course like Walking 101. Because remember, you're paying a lot of money for this service. Don't waste your time or money. And I did that. I wasted my time and money. I was like, I'm just trying to get to this degree. And if you do that, you know, the kind of experience you have is a little different. So I wish I would have actually taken courses that interest me more so than just getting an easy A. Lecture halls are intimidating. Make friends day one. Do it as soon as you sing, because if you break it down, if you're like analytical like me, everything is broken down in my mind. So I do everything strategically. So if I sit down day one, I'm instantly going to talk to everybody around me like, hey, have you heard about this teacher? How do you start talking? Because if you wait until like day 10 and everybody's already built their cliques and you have to do partner work and you don't have a partner, first of all, no. But it's also helpful if you do study groups, tests, taking notes. You're not there for a day, can you send me the notes? It's really important to take that information down. So talk to your neighbors. Build your alliance day one. It's gonna be helpful. Okay, swap numbers and emails. So if you miss class or you need help, you have someone to reach out to. Here's the big one, and this is what tied into me, my freshman year of college. If I could have said anything to myself as an adult now, speaking to someone who is about to embark on a very exciting moment in her life, going away to college, I would tell her, do not let fear keep you from doing what you really want to do. So when I went to college, I was alone. I had my fiance at the time, but you know, just things weren't happening as they were supposed to. I lived with him and his grandmother, and at one point his mom. Tuition was $25,000 a year. After a $15,000 scholarship, I was still having to pay with loans and stuff. It was just too much. At that time, there was a lot of gun violence. Somebody got shot like a block away from us. Gangs were out at this time. I wasn't making enough at my job. I couldn't get out of this job. I had tried forever. I remember I had tried to apply for H&M at the downtown. The big Macy's downtown, not the other one, Water Tower or whatever. So it was the H&M. It was a huge store and it was so hip, and I made it all the way to the second interview and I didn't get called back. I was a dag. And in Macy's, I was trying to get into Origins makeup counter, and I had an interview with that and it didn't go well, and I just felt stuck. And I didn't think that it was going to change. We didn't get approved for our apartment on Lakeside. I was depressed and I was sad and I was scared. And I let that fear drive me back to Texas. So I think my life would have been completely different if someone just told me, don't let fear keep you from doing what you want to do. Okay. Study abroad. If you can afford it, do it. Get that worldly knowledge. School can't teach you that, but the world can. Get that experience. Go to school outside of the state if you can afford to. It's a really cool experience. You get to experience. You get to try to figure yourself out a little bit better. You know, you can try to have a new identity or persona when you go out, just to see, like, you know, I may have been the geek or this nerdy or just not it here, but in this new state, I'm going to try out. You can call me Jan. I don't know why I use Jan, but you can use this nickname. Call me whatever.
Hey everybody, I ran out of video, so I had to switch to my iPad, whatever. But yeah, you can call me Jan. Don't know why I said that, but you just get a new persona and you want to change it, so that's what you do. Just try to go and experience life in a different state. Okay, join new clubs and activities. I already expressed why that's important. I'm not saying it for my health. It is so important. Please be involved. Talk to as many people as you can. Be social. I have met wonderful people in college. You're there to learn, so learn, talk to people. And lastly, and most importantly, have fun and be safe. So I hope this video was helpful to you guys. I hope you found it informative. I hope that you'll send it to someone who needs that assistance or who could learn from this. I hope it just reaches one person and helps somebody. But that's the video. My throat is done. I'm over it. Blessings, light, and love, you guys. I will catch you in the next video, which will come out in the next day.